Once you have a clear idea of your topic and some notion of what you want your reader to take away from your essay, you're ready to start drafting. Every writer approaches the drafting stage differently. Some writers just sit down and type straight through, start to finish. Other people, myself included, write in fits and starts. Sometimes I veer off on a tangent for a while before eventually finding my way back to the topic. I usually end up going back and deleting at least some of what I've written. Some writers prefer to draft with paper and pencil, while others do so on the computer. By this point, you probably know which works best for you. For purposes of this movie, when I say writing, I mean both writing by hand and working on the computer. Start by writing the prompt and word limit at the top of the page. If your essay doesn't give a word limit, a good rule of thumb is to try to keep the essay under 700 words. For those of you who are submitting a Common App essay or some other online application, always write and edit in a Word document or Google Doc. Don't ever compose text in the online application itself. That way, if the page freezes, as these pages have sometimes been known to do, you won't lose anything. Next, write out your tentative takeaway, your thesis. I say tentative because by the time you finish writing the essay, you may find that you have arrived at another thesis. That's okay. Drafts are temporary and subject to revision. Once you do get started, be patient with yourself. Writing is hard work. At least good writing is. Don't get discouraged if you aren't able to come up with what you think is a spectacular sentence or paragraph right away. You should plan to do a lot of crossing out and starting over. Just a little tip for those of you composing on the computer. Try to get in the habit of copying and pasting chunks you feel you need to take out at the very end of the document or into a separate document. You never know when you might find a way to work those thoughts or ideas back in somewhere. Some of them could even evolve into their own essays someday. No written word is ever wasted. I also want to emphasize the importance of allowing yourself enough time to prepare your essay. Don't wait until the week before the application deadline to get started. Giving yourself enough time to work through each step of the writing process slowly and reflectively will allow you to produce a stronger, more polished essay. So, if you have the luxury, take some time to absorb and process the suggestions in the movies that follow before getting started. Then, go back and watch them again as you begin to work through your essay.